What is good? Welcome back to another video. We got a big week for the stock market overall. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be telling you guys 5 stocks to look at this week to day trade. So let's get started. So to start, low key, man, for the week, the stocks doesn't even look that bad. I'm not even going to lie. But are we going to keep on being green for this week? And or are we going to have a red week? But overall for the stock market, man, on Friday, we did itch a little bit lower. US stocks ended lower on Friday, May 30th. But major indices like the S&P 500 and NASDAQ composed record their best monthly gains since November 2023, driven by easing of trade wars. And honestly, man, some decent news coming out. But honestly, man, we did start a new month, June. And honestly, we are looking to the downside a little bit. But like I say in every single video, man, let's wait for market open and let's see how it moves. Over the weekend for trade developments, the White House overall expressed confidence in upholding tariffs despite legal challenges, stating on Fox News and ABC News that tariffs are here to stay. However, Trump delayed a proposed 50% tariff on EU as trade talks continue. We also have a 50% tariff now on steel and aluminum. It was at 25, but honestly, man, he kind of just like surprised us on Friday with that tariff. EU and China has threatened countermeasures, which could impact global markets if tensions escalate, especially if we get a cancellation on that 90-day pause. So keep that in mind. So U.S. job reports for May, due on Friday, June 6th, is a major focus. People are expecting 125,000 jobs added, down from 177,000 in April. A weaker than expected report could unsettle markets, while a strong report may support stability. So let's talk about the overall week, what to expect overall. The job reports, like I just mentioned, that's gonna be a big indicator. Federal Reserve speeches. So we do have Monday today. Jerome is coming out. So honestly, man, he can move the market. So just watch what he says. Consumer spending and tariffs. Investors are counting on resilient consumer spending and support the economy despite tariff-related uncertainties. A tight labor market may prevent significant layoffs, supporting market stability. So honestly, for this week, man, just watch what Jerome says on Monday, and then Friday, the U.S. job reports, because that can really move the market overall. And honestly, for this week, just watch news. Honestly, just be updated, and I will try to update you guys every single day. But honestly, you should be updated while you guys are trading and just following along with news. I just want to say, man, this is for people that want to take their trading to the next level. I made an option course, everything that you guys need to know about options, option strategies, and how to read charts. And honestly, just a trading 101 all in the one course. Check it out if you guys want. I also have a trading 101 course too to teach you guys all about trading, and that one's way cheaper, like $2. Thank you. So let's talk about some supports and resistance and some plays to make for this week. So honestly, meant for the overall SPY, we can either itch downwards or upwards. Right now, it's a make or break moment. So look at that 590 level. If we can break above that, look at 591.5, 593, 595, and then that 600 level finally. But to the 600 level, do look at the highs of 598.3. But honestly, just look at 598.5. We could break above that. Maybe we could see 600 next. To the downside, man, which is kind of maybe where we're going. We just got to see how it really opens up and everything like that. Look at 587.5, 585, and then all the way down to the 580 level for SPY. Next one is going to be Apple. Apple has been looking pretty down, honestly. And honestly, the tariffs with China is going to affect this stock a lot. So honestly, to the upside, if we can hold above that 200, look at 201.5, 202, 203.5, and all the way up to that 205 level. And then past that, look at that 210 level to the upside. To the downside, honestly, if we can't hold above that 200, look at 199.5, and then all the way down to 197, 195, and then 190 for Apple. NVIDIA kind of already announced some levels, but some closer levels to watch. It's going to be that 135, 137, 137.5, and that 140 level. And then past the 140, 145, 150, and then to the downside, like a 133.5, 132, 130. And then if we break below 130, it's going to be kind of insane, but below 130, 129.5, and then 128, 125, and then 120 for NVIDIA. Google has been looking pretty decent. Glasses and stuff like that coming out. Didn't really hype the stock up too much, but to the upside, man, look at that 173.5, 175, and that 180 level. To the downside for Google, honestly, look at 171.5, 170. If we break below that, look at 169.5 and 168.5. Below that, look at 165 and then 160. Honestly, Google moves pretty slow, but honestly, news can move it pretty fast. Next one's gonna be Palantir. We got some decent news, man. They're kind of helping out the government collect some data and also making more money. So honestly, man, we did finally break up But honestly, on Friday, we see the breakup, sell off, breakup again. So honestly, we're either going to make a breakout to the upside and or fill these gaps back down. The first gap to watch to the downside, look at 127.5, 125, and then all the way down to that 120 level. Last week, we were kind of bouncing between that 127.5 level and all the way down to that 120 level. So if we do start selling off, do watch that 120, and that 127.5 is going to be key. To the upside, man, look at 135 and 140 for Palantir overall. So back to Bitcoin, man, we did have a little bit of a breakup, but then started selling off again. So honestly, man, Bitcoin is another one to make or break. We could either come back up to like the 105 to the 106 level, and or we can start selling off to the 104, 103, and maybe even 102, and maybe even $100,000. So have your patience with Bitcoin, like the stocks like IBIT, MSTR, Coinbase, just watch those closely. We also got some news, man. iPhone sales are slashing from tariffs. I mean, honestly, man, Apple is really suffering because of that 25% tariff. And honestly, it is cheaper to just eat the tariffs for Apple overall. Fortunately, a lot of people are slashing Apple stock, selling out of it. You know, big indices are selling Apple stock and stocking up on Nvidia and stuff like that. So Apple is looking a little bit bearish overall. But honestly, man, short-term trades, you can make a decent amount of money off of this. So keep Apple on your radar overall. And honestly, I just recommend not really looking at it too much unless we get some good news with tariffs overall. And honestly, man, there are better stocks to watch for the short term. But with that being said, man, let's get to what you guys are probably here for, but the top 5 stocks to look at this week. And let's get started. First stock to look at is BABA, Alibaba, BABA. So basically, man, the only reason it's a Chinese stock and it is going to the downside, and it's been going to the downside for a while. With tariffs, man, tariffs is affecting it. It's basically the cheaper version of Amazon. If you guys haven't heard of Alibaba, you've probably seen ads or anything like that. People are promoting this stuff left and right, but it's basically Amazon products, but cheaper. And honestly, very, very cheap. But now with tariffs, it's going to up the prices and honestly make BABA not really a big competition to Amazon anymore, just because of the price hikes, especially if you're in the US. So unless we get some more tariff relief or better news with tariffs overall, look at Alibaba to the downside. Next one I want to personally look at is IBIT, and it's basically an ETF that moves with Bitcoin. And it is very, very cheap, and the options are cheap too. It allows you to trade options very, very cheap, $217 literally for an option that's in the money. And this is only if you guys want to trade crypto and Bitcoin overall. Other stocks that moves with Bitcoin is like MSTR and Coinbase. And we also have a potential that GameStop, since GameStop is buying Bitcoin now, GameStop might move with Bitcoin. We did have a sell-off after they announced that they bought Bitcoin, but people don't know what the strike price was at. Next stock to watch is going to be Boeing. The reason for Boeing is because Boeing has a lot of good news, and also you can see some bad news. You can play Boeing both sides. But honestly, man, look at the highs of 209 and 210 and look at the lows of 200. We have a potential today for a downside all the way down to the 200, and or we might break above that 210. If we break above that 210, you could probably trade it up even more. But honestly, watch the 212, 213, 215, and 220 to the upside. With that being said, we did get some great news recently that they're going to up the output on their 737s and they're going to start exporting to China. This is great overall for news and honestly can bring the stock upwards. But also, we do got momentum going to the downside a little bit. Next one is going to be Tesla. The only reason for Tesla is because Elon Musk is fully back. So he's going to be posting more about Tesla. And we do got some news. Elon Musk is launching a new XChat and it's going to be as secure as Bitcoin. Also, Tesla's rival, Li Auto, is launching 2 new SUVs this year. And honestly, Tesla sales has been going down overall for the EV sector. But honestly, they're making robots and robots is getting bigger and the AI demand is insane right now. So honestly, you can watch the stock both sides, but look at that 350 level. If you can break above that, we might itch upwards even more and or we might start going to the downside. Next one's gonna be NVIDIA. We did lose some momentum after the earnings, so look at it to the downside a little bit more. And or if we can break above that 140 level again, we can probably go up to the upside even more, maybe get some new all-time highs. But to the downside, man, I do recommend a key level to watch is that 130 level and down even more. So for overall, man, don't have FOMO this week, please. Please be updated with news. I make daily videos, watch other videos too if you guys want. But honestly, man, just have your patience. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody. Thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Let me know how much money you guys made today. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching, and maybe I can cover them in the next video. Smash that sub button, man. We're so close to 500 subs. I want to take some time out and say I appreciate you guys. We are at 400 subs. That is insane. Thank you for all the support And honestly, man, I try my best to make these videos and make you guys videos becoming financially free and give you guys stocks to watch overall, penny stocks, anything that you guys are interested in, man. And I've been making courses low key and just trying to help you guys become the best person that you can become, because in life, man, it's pretty hard. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.